Who's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Now this is Forex trading for beginners with Zeus Capital. As always, it's Luke Thomas here, and this is episode 5. So we're going to be jumping into Forex lot sizes. So for those of you who don't know what it is, make sure you stick around and listen along. For those of you that do know what it is, obviously it's good to refresh your memory in trading, but also I'm going to show you how to calculate it using just a normal calculator or your phone calculator, right? So pretty much, yeah, a lot is a unit measuring a transaction amount. So Forex is commonly traded in specific amounts called lots, or basically the number of currency units you would buy or sell. And a lot is a unit measuring a transaction amount. So when you place orders on your trading platform, whether it's CTrader, MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, TradingView, whatever, orders are placed in sizes quoted in lots, right? It's just like, for example, you pop to Morrison's or Asda, your local Tesco's, whatever, right? You buy an egg box. When you buy the egg box, they come in a box that includes 6 eggs or 8 eggs or 12 eggs, right? So coming in quantities. So the standard size for a lot is 100,000 units of currency. And now there are also mini, micro, and nano lot sizes that are 10,000, 1,000, 100 units. So some brokers show quantity in lots, while other brokers show the actual currency units. As you may already know in the last video, the changing of currency value relative to another is measured in pips, so which is a very, very small, percentage of a unit of currency's value. So to take advantage of this minute change in value, so obviously the change in value, you need to trade larger amounts of a particular currency pair in order to see any significant profit or loss, right? So I would show you some examples, but I'll be here all day. So if you want to do an extra video on that, you can do so. But in a nutshell, a lot sizes is pretty much showing you, for example, you go onto your MetaTrader 4 app, you place the trade button. Alright, if I do it with you now. So I open MetaTrader 5 or MetaTrader 4, go onto the quotes, click on a pair that you want to trade, click trade, and then you usually see mark execution and then a load of numbers, right? Those numbers will be your lot sizes, and there's a way to calculate it which I'll show you in a minute. But those lot sizes are extremely important because this could literally, if you put on the wrong lot size, you could blow your account. And it's important that you correct. Make sure you pretty much manage your risk at all times. So when it comes to calculating your lot size before entering a trade, make sure you don't make any mistakes, pretty much. But yeah, it's just a number that you're putting on a trade, pretty much. So pretty much, a standard lot is one lot. So for example, if you have a lot size of 1.50 or 1.0 and above, that would be a standard lots. And then if you're trading mini lots, so usually people with smaller accounts, I'll go over to them in a minute and explain what each of those pips mean. So for example, a mini lot, so it's a 0.1 lot, so it's anything less than a 1 lot size. So it represents 10,000 units of currency. If you're trading micro lots, it's 0.01. So for example, if you have a lot size of 0.05, 0.05, then that's your lot size, and you're trading micro lots, so it'll be 1,000 units of currency. Obviously, the bigger the lot size, technically the better, because you'll be trading with more money. But lower the lot size, you're just trading with smaller money. And if you're trading, where there's 2 decimal places, so 0.05, 0.09, you're trading micro lots. If you're trading 0.10 or 0.11, 0. Whatever, you're trading micro lots, mini lots, right? And if you're trading anything above 0.9 and above, so 0.99 or whatever, you're pretty much trading mini lots. And the minute that you hit, your 100 or the 1 lot size, are standard lots. And then obviously you got nano lots as well, which is very small accounts, so 0.001, so that would be a nano lot, and you only get 100 units of currency. Okay, so again, a standard lot represents $10 a pip. So for example, if you have a 1 lot size on euro US dollar, it would represent $10 a pip. So if price moves up 5 pips, you'd make back $50, or if price moves down 5 pips, you'd lose $50, and so on, right? Mini lot represents $1 a pip. So if you're trading a 0.10 lot size, that represents $1 a pip, so on your dollar. And then micro lot, so if you're trading 0.01, you're trading 10 pence or 10 cents a pip when trading US dollar, euro US dollar. And the nano lot, again, the tiniest one there is $0.01 per pip when trading euro US dollar. So yeah, that's pretty much it really in lot sizes. It's important to understand. Like I said, there's plenty of resources out there to also learn from, but that's as simplified as I could get it. And let's move on to the next one. So when it comes to calculating your lot size, so your Forex lot size, you need to first, number one, you need to decide how much you're risking your money. So if you want to risk, for example, 1% of your account balance of £1,000, you'll be risking 1% of £1,000, so that's £10, and then you pretty much have to divide that by your stop loss in pips. So this is a bit more advanced. If you don't know, stop loss is just pretty much your, stop loss. So for example, if you enter a trade on your buying your dollar, you have a 30 pip range. That's your stop loss. If price comes down 30 pips, you already know how much you're going to lose, but that's stop loss in pips. You need to divide how much you want to risk to that, right? And then 3, what does that equal? And then 4, you have to divide whatever it equaled by 10. And then number 5 is your lot size. So there's loads of examples on here from different pips to how much you want to risk. So for example, if you're risking $10, divide that by 20 pips, right? So for example, I have a stop loss for 20 pips. Divide that by 10, that will equal 0.05. And as always, 0.05, what does that represent? Micro lot. So if you're trading euro US dollar, a micro lot represents 10p a pip or 10 cents a pip, right? But if you're trading, for example, you're risking £30 and you have a 2 pip stop loss, so you divide £30 divided by 2 pips, divide that by 10, that will equal 1.5. So now you will be trading standard lots. Okay, standard lots is very common. Again, it depends on how much money you have and it depends on how big your stop losses are. But a standard lot represents $10 a pip. Okay, so now we're quickly on just the paint. I quickly want to just show you how you'll actually work out how much it represents per pip. So for example, if you want to enter a trade, right, and you don't know how, for example, you're buying US dollar Swiss, right, but you want to know how much that is per pip. So for example, if it moves 1 pip, you want to know how much that is. All you got to do is very simple. So if we're doing USD Swiss, right, and it has an exchange rate. So for example, when you go on to TradingView, you see the exchange rate on the right side of the screen has an exchange rate of, let's say, 1.4555. Okay, so that is your exchange rate in which price is currently trading at. This is a dot, and as I said, going back to pips, it's the 4th decimal place. Right, there'll obviously be probably like another number on the end, but again, we don't focus on that because it's pipettes. So the 4th decimal place is obviously the 5 here. Alright, so for example, we have an exchange rate on dollar Swiss of this exchange rate here. Right, what we want to do is to calculate how many dollars it is per pip, is do 0, so we do need to put point there, 0, so 0.001, right, because again, this is standard lots we're calculating it in, and we want to figure out, we need to do the 4th decimal place in which where the pip is at. So in this case, the 4th decimal place is this one, right? So we need to do 0.0001 because that's the 4th decimal place in the pip. We need to then divide that by the exchange rate. So that would be 1.4555. And what you do is you times that by 100,000, and that would equal to 6.87 per pip. Okay, that's a dollar sign there per pip, right? If you need me to do more examples in a future video, I'll do a part 2 to this. That's absolutely fine. But pretty much what I'm saying is, if you want to work out how many dollars it is per pip, if you want to calculate whether it's micro lots or whatever, all you got to do is just change this bit here. But we all calculate it in pretty much standard lots, right? But if, for example, you're trading micro lots, you have a smaller lot size and you want to see how much it represents per pip move with trading with smaller lot size, then you could do this way. You just have to times it by whatever you're calculating. So in this case, I'm trading it by a standard lot, so I want to see how much it is, because my lot size, for example, is 1. So I want to see how much it is each time price moves per pip. Okay, for most currency pairs with a base currency of US dollar, it will just most likely be $10 per pip. So on euro dollar and pound dollar, for example, is $10 per pip, right? So all you got to do is fourth decimal place, so 0.001, divide that by the exchange rate of the price, times that by 100,000, that'll be equal $6.87. And if you want to quickly do another one. So if we just do another example for a pair that contains the yen, so if we do dollar yen, right? And it's important to understand this. So say for example, the dollar yen has an exchange rate of 9. Let me just move that to avoid confusion. 19.80. This is a point there. All we got to do in this case, again, before I proceed, what is a decimal place for a pip that contains the yen? Right, we know that a normal pair contains the fourth decimal place, but for a pair that includes the yen, we know that it's the second decimal place, as we learned in the last video. So in this case, it would be 0.1, right? So 0.1 divide, like I said, you don't really need to do all this, it's just important to understand. As long as you understand how to calculate lot sizes, that's all that matters. But it's important you understand what is a lot size. So if you wanted to work out how much a pip, for a dollar yen to move in one pip, you want to work out how much it is, you got to do the second decimal place, so 0.1, divide that by the exchange rate, so this is 119.80. Again, we're working out in standard lots, so times that by 100,000 units. Right, that would equal to $8.34. I've messed up the 4 there. Alright, per pip. So we know that if we're going to trade a dollar yen right now and it had an exchange rate of this price, we know that every move that it represents, so for example if it moves up to 81, right, and we bought at 80, we would have been up 8.34 if we were trading standard lots, right? If price went down to 79, we would be down $8.34, but it just depends on obviously the exchange rate, so it's important you calculate this. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video there. There's not really a recap to go over, it's just understand what a lot size is, and if you want to work it out and how to calculate lot size on the calculator, just go back and watch the video, and yeah, I'll see you on episode 6, guys.